Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So first off for today, I forgot to film an intro, so we're just gonna jump right into this video. So I'm just going through with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that all over my eyelids just to prime them and just to kind of get rid of some of my discoloration. And I'm also really making sure that I get in that inner corner so I don't have any darkness in there. And then to blend this out, I'm just going in with a little Real Technique sculpting brush and just kind of pressing this down into the skin. I'm going to be doing the eyes first today, so I'm going in with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking the shade Enchanted, which is this really pretty dark foresty green shade, and I'm taking it on a small e.l.f. crease brush, and I'm going to go ahead and pack this right where I want the darkness of my crease to be. As you can see, I am not blending this out. I'm not trying to make this super neat because we are going to cut the crease out later, and we still have to go in and blend around, so I'm making this pretty messy, but as long as you have the color down in the right areas, then you should be good. Next, I'm going in with this NYX Ultimate Basics Brights eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking it on this little e.l.f. blending eye brush, and I'm taking the green shade in the bottom left-hand corner, and I'm going to go ahead and start diffusing out that dark foresty green. I am just taking this lighter green, and I'm going right on the edges and blending up, then blending down a little bit, going in with windshield wiper and circular motions, just to make sure we have no more harsh lines, and we have a really nice gradient effect of this green fading out. And as you can see, I'm really taking my time with this. I'm going in with quite a few different layers of this lighter green shade just because I really want there to be a distinct light green and dark green. I really want them to mix together and to blend really well, just so that our crease is nice and flawless and super blended. And now I'm going in with some more of that green, but I'm switching to a little Morphe Tapered and mini blending brush. And I'm just taking some more of that dark green, and I'm really deepening that crease up and really defining that area. Since we already have everything blended out, applying a little bit more of this color is a lot easier now, and it blends a lot better. And as you can see, I'm literally just going back and forth with those two shades and blending until I get my desired transition. Now I'm going right back in with that LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on the base of my lid, and then I'm going to look up so that I can kind of map out where my crease is going to be. My eyelids are a little bit hooded, so I do have to draw my crease up a little bit higher than it really is, but I am using my Morphe Flat Concealer Brush for this, which isn't really the best option, I don't think, but whatever. I'm just going in and cutting my crease out and making sure that my lid is nice and blank and ready for more shadows. Okay, so after I get my crease all nice and cut out, I'm going in with that NYX Brights palette again, and I'm going to go ahead and take this little Luxie brush. I'm taking that light yellow color in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to go ahead and begin packing this on the inner third of my lid. As you can see, this color isn't like super pigmented, but it's the only like true yellow that I had, so I am just packing this sucker on like as hard as I can. And trying to get the yellow color payoff that I'm desiring. Next, I'm taking the Laura Lee Party Animal palette. I'm taking the shade It's a Party, which is this really pretty, like, kind of lime green yellow shade. And I'm taking this and putting it on the, like, inner, what am I talking about? The middle part. Sorry, the middle part of my lid. And I'm just blending this in with that yellow in the inner corner, just making sure there's a nice smooth transition between the two shades. Then I'm going back into that NYX palette, and I'm taking the darker yellow shade, and I'm taking this on that same little e.l.f. I think this is the blending brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to go ahead and begin packing this on to the outer third of the eye. And as you can see, I'm going all the way up into the little wing that I kind of created when I cut the crease out. I'm taking this yellow all the way up into that area. I'm just really wanting to place this everywhere else that concealer is. Now I'm going back in with the Laura Lee palette with the shade Drink. It's this really pretty orange shade. I'm going in with that same little Lexi. I can't speak today, you guys. Going with the same little Luxie brush, and I'm going to go ahead and start packing this orange right on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm kind of taking it out like a wing, and I'm also putting it right along the edge where that concealer kind of goes up into a point, up into a wing. So I'm basically creating a wing with the orange, and then I'm kind of like smoking it out and blending it in with the other colors. Wow, I feel like none of that made any sense, but yeah, you can see what's happening, and if you get what I just said, then like, cool. I really love the way that oranges and like greens and yellows look together. I just think that they're so pretty and they contrast so well. So I wasn't going to put this orange in, but I'm really happy that I did because I really like the little bit of color that this added to it. Now I'm switching to a Luxie mini angled brush, and I'm going in with that Enchanted shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, that dark green, one more time. And I am just hitting this right at the edges of where I cut my crease out, just to get a little bit more depth in there and make sure we're not losing any of that. So then, of course, I had to take a little bit more of that green and go through and kind of blend that darker green out, just so that everything is nice and smooth and we have no harsh lines. I'm taking all of these green shades, I'm taking it from the inner to the outer corner, if you haven't been able to see that already. And then this is the finished eye look before I went and cleaned it up. I'm super happy with it. Now I'm going to take this NYX Metallic Glitter in the shade Lumi Light. It's kind of like a white, but then it has these gold reflex in it. It's really pretty. And I'm taking this on this little e.l.f. retractable lip brush, and I'm actually taking some NYX glitter glue and sticking it down, and then I'm just going right over top with that glitter, just in the inner part of the eye to kind of define that cut crease a little bit. And then this is the eyes all cleaned up and finished for now. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with the face. I'm going in with this Touch in Soul No Poreblem Primer. I got this in my BoxyCharm and I really love it. It makes my skin really smooth and my makeup applies really well on top of it. So for foundation, I'm going in with this NYX Total Control Foundation Drops. I'm going in with two different shades, a light shade and a dark shade, just to mix them together so that I get my perfect shade. And I'm just taking this on my beauty blender and pressing it down into the skin. Just the usual foundation process, nothing new. I'm making sure that I get nice and up into my hairline, down through cheekbones, around the ears, down the neck, all of that. Then for concealer, I'm going back in with that LA Girl Pro Concealer, the one that we primed our eyelids with. And I just went ahead and applied that underneath the eyes, on the chin, Cupid's bow and nose, and the middle of the forehead, just to highlight those areas and cover up my dark circles. And as you can see, I'm really taking my time blending this in the inner corner of my eye because I don't want to mess up this eyeshadow, but I also want the inner corner to be really bright, so I'm taking my time with that part. So after I get all that blended in, I'm going in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm going to go ahead and pick that up on my beauty blender, which is still just a little bit damp, and I am just setting everywhere that we put that concealer, so underneath the eyes, on the on the chin, Cupid's bow, nose, and forehead. I'm also setting my smile lines, and basically my whole face with this powder because I'm taking whatever's left over on the sponge and just kind of like tapping it into the skin because this powder is bomb and makes your skin look super flawless and very pretty. So for bronzer, I'm taking this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and I have this in the little travel size version. And I'm taking this on this little Sonia Kashuk domed multi-purpose brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my cheekbones, bronze around the forehead, around my jawline, and then down the sides of the nose. And I really love this bronzer, you guys. It's like the perfect shade, and then it adds just a little bit of luminosity to your skin. Like, it's not a baked bronzer where it's going to be super shiny whenever you put it on, but it does have like a little bit of a reflect in it, and it makes your skin look super healthy and super glowy, and I'm in love with this bronzer. For blush, I'm going in with this Morphe 8W Warm palette, and I'm going in with the first shade called Sweet. It's just a really pretty light pink shade, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this with my e.l.f. blush brush, and I am putting this on the backs of the cheekbones, and then I am working my way into the apples of the cheeks. And now I'm going in with the shades Babe, Witty, and Beat. It's the three shimmery shades. And I'm just kind of like mixing them together and then applying them to the apples of the cheeks. And then I will blend them a little bit back onto the cheekbones, but not too much. So I'm basically doing the exact opposite with these blushes as I did with the first one. Now I am throwing it back from my highlighter. I'm going in with my Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl in the shade Gilded Honey. This is like my OG highlight. I love this highlight. It was my first favorite one. And as you can see, my packaging is super beat up. My product is broken. I need to reinvest, but I can't throw this baby away because this is like my ride or die highlight. So I am just applying this with a little Morphe brush. I'm putting this on the cheekbones, on the chin, nose, cupid's bow, and then above the brows on the forehead, just to highlight all those areas, bring some light to my face, and just make my glow overall a little bit more glowy. Now moving back to the lower lash line, I'm going in with this little Alamar Cosmetics Flat Tight Liner brush with that dark emerald green shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette on it. And I am just pressing this super close to the lashes on the lower lash line. As you can see, I'm not trying to blend this out or anything. I'm taking it from inner to outer corner. And I am just pressing this into the lashes as tight as possible. And now I'm going in with that green shade from the NYX palette, and I'm going to go ahead and start smoking out that dark green. And then I'm going in with the orange shade, and I'm going to go ahead and place that right below that lighter green. And I'm connecting this orange with the orange that we have going on the top lid. You see how on the edge of my eye, it kind of like connects to the wing we have going up? That's exactly what I want to do. I want the oranges to connect because I really want you to be able to see the difference between the orange, the green, and the yellow that I'm about to apply. So once I have the orange in there, I'm going in with the darker yellow shade, and I am just going right underneath the orange, and I am just blending this in. And as you can see, there is a distinct color variation between these three colors, and that's exactly what I want. I want to be able to see all three colors on the top lid and the lower lash line. Now I'm going in with this little Ulta gel eyeliner, and it's just a really pretty green shade. I put that in the waterline. And then I went off camera and did my brows, and then I put on some blue liner and threw on my lashes. And now I'm just going through and taking off all my baking powder. Now I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette in the first shade in the palette called In Light on this little Morphe brush. I think it's a lip brush actually. And I'm using the shade In Light to highlight my brow bone and my inner corners. And I love this In Light shade. I honestly thought about putting it on my cheekbones, but I wanted a little bit more of a goldy glow. But if y'all ever want to use In Light as a highlight, it is a bomb highlight. It is so pretty on the skin. So after I'm all highlighted, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my e.l.f. Clear Lash and Brow Mascara and go ahead and set my brows down. You guys know the drill. I just like to brush my brows up to make them look a little bit more full and wispy. And now I'm going in with this beautiful like corally lip liner and then this CoverGirl matte lipstick. And I'm in love with these lipsticks. They're super comfortable and they stay all day long. And then I did go over with like a lip topper, but I can't remember what I used or what the name of it was or anything. But like any gloss or lip topper will definitely work. And while I'm finishing this up, I'm going to go ahead and say my exit stuff because I forgot to film an outro. I have no idea what was going on with me this day, but whatever. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe, thumbs this video up, leave me a nice comment, and all of that. I really appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys, and if you continue to watch on my channel, then I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks, everyone. Bye.